hello there. Yes. One of the things about working with young people, teenagers especially, is they will take great delight in poking at you and making fun. And you can't really let people get under your skin. You have to have a reasonable sense of humour and just let things go. A lot of adults that don't work with young people forget that, and they become more and more indignant until steam comes out of their ears. And I think we had a perfect example of this yesterday with Richard Tice, who was digging a huge hole for himself about some blue EU flags at the last night of the proms. Anyway, he decided to write a piece in the Daily Express, as you do, and he's basically saying that it's all the fault of the communists at the BBC and they should ban the flags. I think it's worthwhile actually reading some of it. He said, "I am not in favour of banning things normally, but we really need to ban the EU flag from the last night of the proms. Yes, this is a patriotic event celebrating Britain, and we are allowing people to insult this country with the flag of a political organisation. I don't have any problem with French people or Germans or whoever taking their own flag, but really the main flag should be Union Jack, not the EU one." Turning his ire on the BBC, which organises and broadcasts the event, he said, "I am afraid I think the BBC is complicit in this. It was noticeable that people with EU flags were being ushered to the front, where of course they will be caught on camera more. The whole thing was disgusting, frankly. The BBC has denied any complicity or involvement with the EU flags." Yes, indeed, and a cursory look at the necessary information will tell you that it was perhaps the usual suspects, shouty man outside Parliament, for example, that were handing out the flags, and people were happy to take them and wave them. Now, rather than just letting that go, as you would have thought would be the very sensible and adult thing to do, it's just one of those things, Richard, okay? People are allowed to wave flags at a music event where people wave flags. But of course, his suggestion is that they're banned. Well, a small amount of digging, which obviously is going to be too beyond Richard in terms of actually looking at bits of information, but a small amount of digging will tell you that flags of a certain size or banners are banned. And anyway, this isn't a one-off. I mean, unfortunately, Richard later posted on Twitter that he was reminded of earlier proms when there was no such hoo-ha. But in fact, we've had such hoo-has. It appears to be a kind of biannual event going back to about 2017. So I don't really know quite what he's suggesting. I mean, if you think about what the clothes that some people might wear, as opposed to having a flag, you might end up with a few problems. Or, I mean, I thought if you really want to wind up Richard Tice et al., the usual kind of frothing at the mouth people, what people need to do next year is take flags of Cuba and North Korea. After all, they're the flags of just ordinary nations. They're not political, Richard, are they at all? No, I think that would be a laugh. A sea of Cuban flags, or maybe Palestinian ones. That would be great, wouldn't it, eh? Yeah. And you could then see him basically disappear in a puddle. Or conversely, he could, just let it go, like the rest of us would do. I think the phrase that comes to mind is, "Mate, you won. Get over it." Anyway, do have a lovely Tuesday. It should be damp today, and I think I'm going to enjoy it, actually. Yes, enjoy yourself. Yeah.